Hello, I'm Austin Heyman. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging and devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. This month, we learn about the Conflict Resolution Center of Montgomery County. But first, the Neil Potter Path of Achievement Award honors 2 county residents each year whose lifetime volunteer service and commitment to the county make them outstanding role models for young and old alike. And joining me now is one of the 2 winners this year, Karen Wilson, a longtime volunteer with the Support Center of Family Services. Well, welcome to Seniors Today and congratulations.
Thank you.
That was quite a wonderful ceremony that we all went to. Tell me a little bit about how I know that you came to this country as a younger person. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I came when I was 20. I had actually already worked overseas. We were refugees, and we were relocated in the heart of Germany. My father died in prisoners of war camp in Russia, and my mother felt she wanted a new start. So she decided she wanted to go across the ocean to the United States. It's always been in her mind. And
she did.
She did. She got ready to go.
Right.
I was already working and was pretty happy with my life, but she was asked to bring a younger person, somebody who would take care of her. Would she not be able to? So I told her I would go for 2 years.
For 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a little longer than that.
Yes, so in 1955, we migrated.
How did you get to this area?
My mother worked for a minister who interviewed refugees. She met him through a job she was working at. And he, in turn, being a minister from the United States, became a sponsor his church. And
so what was it like to be an immigrant to this country?
Well, first you feel real strange. You don't speak the language. And I think one of the funniest things to us was we came by ship to New York. And when we saw people, elderly people, with colored clothes, a pink hat and red hat, we thought that was the funniest thing.
Right. It's like a stranger in a strange land.
Really new to us.
Right. So you, as we saw in the video, you worked for, I guess, about 35 years as an accountant, I believe.
That's correct.
And you retired about almost 20 years ago.
I retired 1996.
Right. So how did you get to the support center?
My church, Montrose Christian Church, had a lady working there in my church who was in fact in charge of the support center.
Well, not everybody knows what the support center is.
The support center is a medical daycare center for adults. You can bring your mom there so that you get a little bit of a rest.
So if you're on Medicaid, they will help pay.
If you qualify for Medicaid, but
qualify.
there's private pay, there are grants available, and you have a copay.
And so it's a program for the day,
for socializing and keep track of the people.
So you got to the support center to do what?
To help entertain, to help in the kitchen, help serve lunch, clean up after lunch, and mainly my job was in the evening to stay a little bit longer after most of the people left, to keep track of the people who were being picked up a little bit later. I entertained them, talked with them, sang with them.
So they also discovered that you'd been an accountant.
Yeah, that came a little bit later.
Right.
After there was need in the office for somebody to look after, then I volunteered to help them in the office.
You've done multiple.
Yes.
So how often traditionally did you go to the support center?
I now go 4 times a week.
4 times a week?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And so you mentioned you multitask. I mean,
right. I do whatever I see necessary. And since I have been there the longest, longer than any of the staffers, I'm aware of some things which should happen and might not happen. And so I kind of watch out and make sure we do things the way we're supposed to. And it's fun. And we all the staffers are really hardworking. We get along very well.
So,
And,
so what has this meant to you in terms of, I mean,
Oh.
why do you do this?
I don't even think of it as being a volunteer job. That's just my routine. I get there and I feel home. I like the people. People look for me. They smile at me. They greet me.
It's very
You know,
rewarding
it-
for
it-
you as well.
It is.
Yeah.
It is my daycare center.
You're right. So, do you have any kind of, and you've been doing this for almost 20 years, do you have any special memories of things that have happened?
Well, we do have occasionally, well, we certainly celebrate, let's say, Halloween.
Uh-huh.
We have Halloween parties, and the people really love music. So we will not only have music, but we will have dance. We also have some entertaining companies coming in. Somebody comes in with the violin, and people just love to dance.
Uh-huh.
And even the people who have a rough time getting off their seats will dance.
So it sounds like a very
Mm-hmm.
special place.
At one time, we had a gentleman who turned 100.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
excitement,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yes.
And then at another time, we had a new porch built, which allows us then to sit outside. And I know it was dedicated, and what's our Mr. Isaiah?
The county executive.
He came, and
Yeah.
and that was big deal, you know.
Well, it sounds like it's been very rewarding for the support center and very rewarding for you. So thank you for all that you have done. And
Thank-
congratulations
You're
again.
welcome. Thank you.
And now here's the short video about Karen that was shown the night of the awards ceremony.
My name is Karen Wilson, and I have lived in the Rockville area for the last 45 years. Originally, I came from Germany together with my mother and two sisters, and we all settled in Arlington, Virginia. My mother worked in Washington, D.C. I worked for the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees for the last 35 years. After that, I chose to keep myself busy and do something other than desk work. And therefore, I chose to become a volunteer at the support center in Rockville, where I have been the last 18 years, and I'm still there and enjoy every day. After I had been there several years already, then I was asked to become a board member, and I became their treasurer, served 2 terms on the board. But in the meanwhile, also the administration of the center changed, so there were different needs. And I decided being a treasurer, I needed to look into the books, and the books needed some help. And so I ended up doing a lot of book work. I think the most important is that you do not always go out to earn money to buy something, but there's much more pleasure in serving somebody who smiles at you, thanks you, to spend time with them, to be with them, to even pay attention to them. And we have a lot of elderly people at the support center, especially when I have a reading group. People like to talk about what their life was at home, whether they had a dog, a cat, what they did, what Mama did, what Papa did, what they cooked. And I think the personal time from one-to-one is really of help, and you get a lot of pleasure out of that.
Hey, to stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout. And this timeout means big fines and possible points on your license. And more importantly, you could have endangered students' lives. That's why, to curb this reckless behavior, school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe. So play it smart, play it safe, and respect the bus.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. This year's second Neil Potter Path of Achievement Award went to Jean Brady. Jean is out of town, and unfortunately we're not able to talk with her further about her remarkable career of over 40 years volunteering in so many ways, from helping to create senior housing, especially for low-income seniors, advocating to help create the Rockville Senior Center, to coordinating 100 volunteers to feed the homeless and concerns about gun safety. We salute her work, which has made our community a better place. Here is the short video about Jean that was shown the night of the awards ceremony.
Well, I was born in New York State, a small shoe town, and came down here in the late 60s. So I was a stay-at-home mom for about 18 years and had 7 kids. So I've had a pretty busy life. So I did a lot of volunteering, and that's about 40 years of volunteering, I guess. And then I became, I started Mary's House, was the first assisted living facility, and I have worked with Monsignor Keener from the Archdiocese, and so I was in the right place at the right time. I was a member of St. Mary's Parish. I had chaired the Rockville Senior Commission, and I had worked with the Montgomery County Elder Affairs, so all those connections came in place. And when the kids were in school, you know, you had a lot of free time. So I had a phone in the basement where I spent a lot of time doing laundry, and that's why I did a lot of my volunteer work. Well, I guess some people have goals in life, and life just happened to me. I mean, I never wanted to do this or that. I wanted to be married and have lots of kids, and that came first. And from that, everything else just kind of happened. And everything I did kind of came together, all my volunteer activities, when we did Mary's House. And we converted a convent in Rockville, and that was something that had never been done with the Archdiocese. And I think it was the first time the county and the state put money into something with the nonprofit or religious organization. So life just happened.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Starting today, you can be active and treat yourself to a wide array of great activities offered by Montgomery County Recreation. With 4 indoor aquatic facilities and 20 community rec centers that offer exercise and weight rooms, you'll find everything you want from sports and fitness to senior activities, from cooking to dancing, classes, trips, and tours. Yes, starting today, you can work toward a healthier lifestyle. Learn a new skill, relax a little, or just meet new people. Visit our website to see all the exciting programs, activities, and classes available to you. And be active, Montgomery.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. The Conflict Resolution Center of Montgomery County offers conflict resolution and prevention services to residents, businesses, government agencies, and nonprofit organizations throughout the county, with over 100 volunteers who contribute their time and expertise as mediators, facilitators, and trainers. And joining me to tell us more is Christopher Page, the Executive Director of the Conflict Resolution Center of Montgomery County. Well, welcome to Seniors Today.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, Montgomery County has so many wonderful resources, and often people say, oh, I didn't know about this.
Right.
And I suspect the Conflict Resolution Center may be one of those things. So
yes.
Tell us, what is the Conflict Resolution Center?
Conflict Resolution Center in Montgomery County is, what we do is offer alternative dispute resolution services. What that means is, it's a term used to say what we do is help anybody who has a conflict with anyone, a neighbor, a friend, family member, anyone that they have issue with. We try to come in and help them. They contact us free of charge, and we will help them work in doing mediation service to assist them in resolving the conflict. And
so give me an example of what kind of things come across your desk that you try to deal with.
Okay, well, we have all types of conflict. Let's go with neighbor to neighbor. Let's use your neighbor doesn't cut their grass and you want them to cut their grass. The other neighbor says, well, you cut your grass too often. You cut it early in the morning and you wake me up. So those two neighbors have an issue. They give us a call at our office, or they can visit our website, www.crcmc.org. They can request our services, and then what we do, the party one contacts, and then we could contact the other party. They don't even have to contact the other party. Or as it relates to here, what you're doing on your show here at Seniors Today, a senior might have an issue where they love peace and quiet, but the neighbor has a teenager who loves to play their hip hop and whatever type of music or rock music all night long, and they can't sleep, so they have an issue.
So what do they do? Come to your office, or
what they do is give us a call, and what we have is an intake department where we have volunteers. So we have staff and volunteers, over like 150 volunteers, but we have mediators, and then we also have intake specialists. The intake specialists will take their call, and what the process is, they'll take the call, get all the pertinent information, and then what they'll do is contact the other party, and when they contact the other party, if the other party agrees, they'll schedule mediation services.
Where would that be?
The mediation services, we go anywhere throughout the county. Normally we have spaces that have been donated, or people allow us to come at churches, community centers, different places where it's a private confidential mediation between the two parties, and hopefully during the end they come up with an agreement. Sometimes there's a written agreement, sometimes they're not, sometimes a handshake, and sometimes there's even a hug, just to say, hey, we're happy that we get along now.
So let me ask the hard question. What percentage would you say of these kinds of incidents are you able to resolve? As opposed, I mean, I suppose there are times when people just don't accept.
There are times when people don't agree, but what happens is through the mediation process, sometimes people may not agree. Sometimes they learn to agree to disagree, and then sometimes they learn to work collaboratively so they can come a solution that works best for each other, and they work together. What we do is we say our motto is we strengthen communities piece by piece. Sometimes the agreement may not happen, but their relationship may become strengthened. And so sometimes, and you hear what happens in the mediation, you hear what's going on with the other party.
So that the teenager or the parent of the teenager, whoever comes in.
What we try best to do is get all the parties involved. Yeah. So if the teenagers want turning that speaker level up, we try to get the teenager to come with agreement from their parents, and they'll come in, and the senior will come in, and they mediate. And what happens is a lot of times we have about a 70% rate of agreements.
That's pretty impressive.
We have a high rate of agreement. It's more of what we're trying to do better with is getting the people to come to the table. And so one of the things is getting them to come to the table, and as what we're doing here today, getting people to know about the services we offer so that they can contact us. And here what we try to do is reach people at all levels of dispute, from the beginning level, the smaller level, to the extreme level. For example, if a senior wanted to say the senior is living with their child and their child wants them not to drive on snowy days and they want to drive on a snowy day, they could give us a call even on something that's as seems minute, and they can give us a call. We'll even work with them on those things.
You mentioned seniors and kids and that kind of thing, but there are a lot of issues that seniors have that you do deal with.
Yes.
Some examples.
We have specialized training. We have basic mediation, and then we have a specialized training in senior mediation.
So what kind of issues there are?
Those are issues dealing with issues that may deal with transition, issues
like
with
hospitalization,
care facilities, issues where financial issues, where it be estate planning, other types of issues where family members may have an issue where maybe we want mom to go into a facility, or maybe another person might decide that all the entire family might want to come together and say, whose house will mom stay at? Or mom might say, I want to stay here and I want to do this, and what we talked about with traveling, developing things so that they can work together and strengthen their relationships.
Well, this sounds like, if I were a facilitator or a mediator, I guess the word is, that sounds very challenging. So who are your mediators? Who are the people who are doing this? You said they're all volunteers.
Yes. There are people within the county who have volunteered their time. Some are retired members, some are lawyers, former lawyers. Some are even just basic people who in the community say, I know how to listen well. And what they do is they go through a basic mediation training, a 40-hour mediation training. 40-hour basic mediation training that we offer for free. And then after the basic mediation training, there's another training if they want to do the specialized services, which is a 2-day training for seniors to deal with specific issues. Wow. So the people are very trained and very qualified.
Yeah, so I could see that the issues that you just mentioned regarding seniors, I was thinking about, you almost have to be like a social worker in some of these things.
Well, they're very qualified, and what we have a partnership with Community Mediation Maryland, and they are the ones who offer our trainings. And they give us specialized, what we have is what is called an inclusive model. And in that model, what we try to do is make sure we're listening and understanding what people, because a lot of times in conflict, people just want to be heard. And they want the other person to hear what's going on. What's their issues, what they value, what they like and dislike, and what's going on.
Now, if people want to know more about you, you have a website?
Yes, we have a website. It's a newly designed website because we have a new logo. So they can visit us at www.crcmc.org. And there you can find out about all of our services. Not only you can find out about our services, you can find about events, awards, different things that's going on. And also we give some things on our website to talk about if you're dealing with conflict, how can you minimize conflict?
Great.
So that you can look at some things and say, how do you address this? How do you address that? So.
And you have a phone number if people want to call you?
Yes, if they want to give us a call, they can give us a call at 301-652-0717.
So if somebody wants to be a volunteer,
yes.
You mentioned the training. You have a training session coming up like in the
fall. We have one registered in the fall, and they can find out more information about it on our website, or they can give us a call. But also with our trainings, we also have volunteers that come in to work in the office. We have people who come in and answer the phones. We have people who, as I talked about earlier, they do the intake program where they talk to people in the community who have issues to figure out what their issues. So if they don't want to do the basic mediation 40-hour training, if they just want to come in office and be trained on doing that, or if they want to come in and just be around people to socialize, we love volunteers. We love people to come and help.
And you also work in partnerships in the county, I understand, with
yes.
like with the school system and
yes.
the state's attorney?
Yes, we have a partnership with Montgomery County Public Schools, and then we also work with the district court doing mediation services. We do parenting plans. We do all types of things with different organizations, and any organization within the county. We offer free mediation services, and our services are sponsored by grants from the county council and the county exec, and donations from other members in the community. So if anyone wants to donate, they can contact us at our website, www.crc.org/donate.
Well, you've certainly given us a lot of information about a great place, and
yes.
Thanks so much for coming in.
All right, thank you.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today. Don't forget that you can access a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
Swimming can be a great way to stay cool and beat the summer heat. Hi, I'm Gabe Albernaz, Director of the Montgomery County Recreation Department, and I'd like to ask you to be our partner in making this a safe summer. Drowning is a leading cause of accidental deaths in children, but drowning can be avoided. By following a few important rules, we can ensure that our children are safe at the pools. Regardless of swimming ability, children should never be unsupervised, even with lifeguards. There is no substitution for adult supervision. Minimize distractions such as cell phones. Drowning can happen in minutes. If you have to leave the pool for any reason, you need to take your children with you. Inflatable swimming aids such as floaties and noodles are not life safety devices. Do not substitute these for supervision either. By working together, we can make sure we are all safe at the pool this summer.
There's a reason why area law enforcement are out enforcing pedestrian and traffic safety laws and preventing killer pedestrian crashes. Be alert. Be street smart.
Are you sure they can recycle us, Clamshell?
Hey, Dome, we're on a new recycling postcard.
I can't wait to make a new start. Maybe I'll be a red carpet at a big premiere.
And I'll get to paint the White House.
Shh, here he comes.
Now you can recycle more plastics in Montgomery County, including #1 PET plastics such as clamshells, deli containers, trays, lids, domes, and cups.
We're in!
For more information on recycling, contact the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311. The wait is over. Recycle more plastics today.